film an intro for this. I ended up wiping off all of my makeup right after I did this makeup look, so I apologize for that. But the very first shade we are going in with is called Bella Pink, and this is by Milani. It's a really beautiful baby doll pink shade, and it has a lot of shimmer in it. So I'm just going to be taking this on a dense brush and applying it into my crease area. Then to start off the actual cut crease, I'm taking an Ulta Eye Shadow in the shade Wisteria Lane, and I'm going to be using this with a pencil brush, literally just applying this directly into the crease all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. Now what I really like to do is just kind of apply a little bit at first and then build up the shade as you go. Just try to be as patient as you can whenever you are cutting out your crease, because it's going to be a process. Then I'm taking this really beautiful lavender shade called Hustler from Looxi Beauty, and I'm really impressed with their shadows. They're super pigmented and they're really inexpensive, but I'm taking this on a very tapered Morphe blending brush and applying that directly over the Wisteria Lane. And then after that, I'm going to go back in with Bella Pink and just buff out the very top part. Now, make sure that you don't get too frustrated if you have a lot of shadow falling down onto your lid, because this step is where we are going to cut out our crease. You can take any sort of concealer on a flat synthetic brush, and this is where we're going to really carve out that crease. So as you can see here, I started out on the bottom towards my lashes, and then I slowly work my way up towards that crease. Then I'm going in with another Looxi Beauty shadow. This one is in the shade Pistol Whipped. It is such a gorgeous metallic silver shade, and it has a little bit of a blue undertone. It just looks so freaking gorgeous with this makeup look. So I'm first applying that closer to my eyelashes, and then I'm going to be working my way up towards where that concealer meets those other eyeshadows. And then once you have that done, I'm going to go back in with Wisteria Lane, and this is where we're going to carve out the crease even more. And then over top of that, I'm going to go back and forth using the Looxi Beauty Hustler shade, and really this is up to you. You just go back and forth however many times you want to until you get the cut that you are looking for. And then to highlight my brow bone, I'm going to be going in with Bella White. And I actually really like this shade because it wasn't too stark white, but it did give a nice highlight to my brow bone. Then I'm using the Megaliner from Wet n Wild, and I never do a wing on my channel. It's very rare that I do, but I asked one of my girlfriends, Alex, here on YouTube what her favorite was, because she always slays the liner game, and I actually really liked it. It was super easy to use, and I just cleaned it up a little tiny bit at the ends with a little bit of concealer. So you can either do this look with or without liner. Totally up to you. Then I'm going to give my lashes a quick coat of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is just a staple in my collection. I really love this mascara, whether I'm going in with falsies afterwards or just using this for daily wear. Then I wanted to use the Mandy Lashes in the style Goddess. You guys, these are so gorgeous. Just wait until you see what they look like. Look how fluffy and long and dramatic they are. They're amazing. And then for my primer, I really wanted my skin to be dewy and just really radiant and healthy looking, so I used my Emite Makeup Diamond Illuminating Primer. And then I am trying the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation for the first time. I am in the shade Natural, and so what I enjoyed doing was just drawing it all over my face in the areas where I noticed I needed more coverage, and then I just buffed it out with my Morphe foundation brush. This is literally the easiest foundation I think I've ever used in my life. It was my first time. I loved the coverage. It was really beautiful and flawless. It didn't sink into my pores like a lot of foundations do if I don't use like a pore-based primer. And I loved it. I also use a different concealer. This is the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer, and I am in the shade Light. I use this to highlight as well because the foundation was just a little bit too dark for my neck, so I like to kind of even things out a little bit. And I really enjoyed this. It's definitely not quite as pigmented as the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, but it's definitely amazing. I really love the consistency of it. It was tacky, it wasn't like too liquidy, and it definitely did its job. Then I'm going to give myself a little tiny bit of a contour. I'm just using my usual method, using the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Powder Contour Kit and my Morphe contouring brush. And I'm just hollowing out my cheekbones, and that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do anything too dramatic. Then for my blush, I'm using the Colourpop Blush in the shade Rain. This is so beautiful, especially if you were going in with a cool tone look. It's such a gorgeous lavender, and I love using it because you can really build up the color, or you can have it more flushed out. Then for my highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Crushed Pearl. This really is an Anastasia day, but I love this highlight. It's so beautiful. It's almost got a little bit of silver to it while it still has more pinky undertones. It's such an interesting color, and it has a lot of different like flecks of different shades as well. It's just so beautiful. Then to finish off my eyes, I wanted to go in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk because I really wanted my eyes to pop. I love the color of my eyes, and so anytime I can do a makeup look where I almost have baby doll eyes and you don't really lose your eyes within the makeup look, I love that. So I always use that shade to open up my eyes. And then I'm not going to do anything super dramatic down below because I think the top part of the lid does the talking for us. So I'm taking a little bit of the Wisteria Lane and just buffing that out with a pencil brush. And then for my lower lashes, again, I'm just using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And then to top everything off, I'm going in with the Colourpop Liquid Lipstick in the shade Molly. You guys, this is such a gorgeous lavender shade. It's not too pink, it's not too purple, it's like right in between. I honestly think this would look so beautiful on so many different skin tones. But yeah, that is it. That completes this look. I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and happy Valentine's Day.